Yeah, there's people around. The FC house. So what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be doing the Hildibrand, starting the Hildibrand storyline. We're not going there, we're not going there, we're going here. We're going to go to Smooth Jazz. So yeah, Hildibrand, for the uninformed, is a quest line that basically has been going for the entire runtime of this game. Every expansion, except Shadowbringers, for very specific reasons, didn't, like, this is, it's a storyline it continues every expansion. There's a whole new storyline with Hildibrand. Hildibrand is a private detective, basically. The gentleman inspector, who is batshit insane, apparently, like, completely unkillable. His dad is running around in his underwear, German suplexing people, and is basically God. His mother is even stronger, who has a giant frying pan. Basically, the game goes from, like, drama and, like, some real, like, fucking heart-wrenching shit, and, like, some really dark storylines that are very, 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 very serious. And then you go to Hildibrand, and it's a fucking cartoon. It's a fucking... It's very Japanese slapstick humor, which I happen to really like. Because it's just over-the-top, like, stupidity. I love it. And the best part is, like, it seems to exist. It's technically all canon. But no explanation is ever really given for how they're able to do these fucking weird, cartoony things. It's just and all the characters aren't reacting necessarily. They react, like, they realize this guy's crazy. The shit's going on in these storylines is bonkers. We completely broke someone and turned them into a book-burning, paranoid, like, crazy person in one of the expansions. But most characters don't think, oh, that's impossible. How is this happening? They just kind of run with it, which is hilarious, because you'll have these characters who usually are very serious. In the Endwalker one, where you go back to the first and find him there, because he's gotten hit on the head and lost his memory. And usually the way to do Nashu, his secretary, does that is by basically using a bomb to, scramble the brain a little bit, get him back to himself. So you think, well, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to throw a bomb, and then he's like avoiding it, and he like bounces it back at you. And then these other two characters, who in the actual storyline were extremely like normal people, serious characters, they immediately just like, oh fuck, we got to volleyball this bomb at him. And so they're just immediately taking part in the insanity and not even questioning it. So I kind of just love how, like, the rest of the game takes a break, and it's just like, no, we're all on board for this insanity. And it's always fucking hilarious. Like, the Heavensward. The Heavensward is probably the best. Stormblood had a pretty good one. Endwalkers was also fantastic, in that it tried to give a possible explanation for why the Mandervilles are so fucking strong, and then at the end says, oh, you know what, we found out that actually isn't true, never mind. So now we still have no explanation for why they're so freakishly strong. Oh, I see Nashu already. Alright, so here's how I'm gonna start. So usually what ends up happening is, an expansion finishes, the point 1, like so this is 7.1, so this is so 7.1, we get the first chapter of Hildibrand, and it will continue every 2 chapters. Every 2 updates, rather. So from 7.1, I think the next one will be 7.3, and then 7.5. Similar to how the raids and the trial series also alternate updates. Like, next update, we'll be getting probably more Arcadian. And then the update after that, we'll be getting... So yeah, point 2 will be Arcadian, point 3 will be Alliance Raid, 4 will be the last part of Arcadian, 5 will be the last part of Alliance Raid, and Hildibrand. But we'll see. Oh god, it's just like... At least before, it was always, like, in our planet. This is too, but in Endwalker, like, he ends up going back to the alternate dimension, the first, and it's like, oh no. They were so pure before. They weren't introduced to this stupidity. Oh, now we've tainted it. Oh, they'll never be the same. And this is another continent that was, like, across the sea, and, like, you guys never had to deal with this. I mean, now you do. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, all of you Turali people. You just went through a major, like, siege of your capital city and almost, got taken over by Robo-Hitler. I'm sorry. We have to... This may be worse. Where's your stalker? He's gotta be around somewhere, right? Where's the stalker? Where is he? Where's Creepy Man? Actually, how's volume? Let me check volume. Oh, that's gonna go way higher. Go way higher. Kidding? Way higher. Hamburgers should be high. Take me higher, Remazar. Okay. I don't see him. Unless he's, like, right on our ass. That's where he wants to be, but... And yeah, we're sticking with the monk, of course. Oh, there he is. Yep, there he is. So, this is one of those things I caught on to way too late. Well, actually, I kind of caught on to it. No, I caught on to it during the Heavensward thing, but he existed, like, way before that. It wasn't until Stormblood that he actually, like, became a character. But throughout the plot lines of this bumbling investigator and his secretary, you wouldn't even notice it. They don't call attention to it. But this little Lalafell with this sun hat and his little pink shirt is always there somewhere. And if you don't like, you don't always catch on to it. Like, I didn't catch on to it until Heavensward, when they were living in a gazebo behind this guy's house. Because someone had said, oh, by the way, have you noticed the character who's always hanging around that they don't call attention to at all? I'm like, I haven't noticed anything. And it wasn't until it was almost like they realized people weren't getting it, so they had to make it a little more blatant. They put him sitting in the gazebo. And you've passed by this place in the main story and in this quest line dozens of times. Tons and tons of times. So him being there when you know there's not supposed to be an NPC in there was like, okay, wait, hold up. Why is he here? At first I thought it was Tataru. I was like, wait, is Tataru in this? No. But then in Stormblood, they straight up, like, have him as part of the story. Where you're like, okay, dude, what the fuck's going on? Why are you fucking following her? He'll, like, be holding branches, trying to hide himself. It's hilarious. But anyway, we'll talk to Nashu. We don't know where the investigator is. Last time, I believe he was being taken off by a UFO. As we were dealing with, playing basketball. Let's see, in Endwalker, what were we doing? We played basketball with a robot's head, where in the scene that it happened, we had flashbacks that had never been seen before, where apparently Nashu has an entire background, an entire backstory where she always wanted to be good at basketball but never was. That just happened in one scene and then it was never mentioned again. Yeah, so I believe last time he got taken away by a UFO. Because we had the alien poo-poo who showed up and made a polygonal version of Hildibrand. Brandyhild. So he was taken off by a UFO, we have no idea where he is, and I guess we're gonna find out. Although that could be Brandyhild, we don't know. The case of the displaced inspector. Looking rather lost herself, Nashu has come west in search of a missing inspector. Why, hello there, Kilrath. Cool, how I should probably do more Cockney, I guess. Cool, how serendipitous that we should cross paths in this far-flung nation. You come all this way to lend me a hand? Because let me tell you, I could use the help. You see, since I've been doing my absolute darndest to track down the inspector ever since Master Poo-Poo's starship whisked him off to God's only knows where, my best lead turned out to be the Thavnarian Truth. Of course it was. The Thavnarian Truth, it's basically the National Enquirer of this world, basically. It's all conspiracy shit. Eyewitness accounts in the latest issue described a shiny craft headed west across the ocean. So I packed a few things and headed as far west as I was able. This is where I ended up. Made quite a few increases since my arrival, but I've mostly been acclimatized myself to the native cuisine. Very important step, that. That is true. They have tacos here. Anyway, seeing as fate has sent you to assist me, I suppose it's time to continue questioning the locals on the matter of the unidentified flying gentleman. Let's do it. Yeah, this should aid in our investigations. What you got for me? Okay, that's... It's an illustration of the starship, clipped from Dorian's publication. Having this on hand should make it easy to explain what we're looking for. I have that mount, too. I can actually show you the mount. I'll ask around the markets hereabouts. As for you, well, I've yet to venture beyond the food stall, so practically anywhere else but here. If you learn any useful information, come and find me around this spot. I'll be stuffing my, ears with delicious, intelligence. It is Lion Guard's duty to remain vigilant for threats and unusual developments that warrant their intervention. It may be prudent to visit the... Okay, yep. Here, I'll show you. I gotta get used to doing this again, too. Oh, I can't use them out here, can I? I can't. Well, we'll be out of this. Then I can show you the UFO mount. I can have Master Poo Poo with me. Where is he? Nope. Can also have Pope Bird. Where are you, Poo Poo? There you are. You and your weird cartoony eyes that keep changing. This squeaky walk, we're just gonna hang out with him. Hold on, this is a fairly big city. Where the hell is this? Oh god, the Lance Guard. Bakul Jaw now runs that. Is he gonna be are we gonna fucking break his mind? I mean, it's not all there to begin with, but... Oh, they're both over there. Okay, cool. Okay, we can very quickly warp over there. Where are Warpy Warps? Warpy Warps over here. Fucking love the jazz. Oh god, Bakul Jaja is gonna have literally, like, less than 0% patience for the fucking bullshit that Hildibrand's gonna do. He had a tough enough life, man. We're not gonna, like... We don't have to make him start questioning his own, like, grip on reality. Oh, poor lizard man. That everyone wanted to fuck. That was a weird character arc for the internet. The obsession with Bakul Jaja. There's something else I can, Yes, is there something I can help you with? Take a look at this UFO. After this, I'm gonna have to, like, hold up the Men in Black light and be like, can you please stare into the red light? Actually, I have seen a vessel like this. It was some time before Zaral Jaw's flying ships appeared. And I watch it limp northwards, through the skies of Tulialal, wobbling about, like it might crash to the ground at any moment. That does sound like it. I think this Hrothgar has jaundice. I should know. Searching for a strange ship, you say? Because, you know, I like that they have the arrow in the circle, because otherwise you'd never know what you're looking at. You would be like, where am I supposed to be looking? It says it's supposed to be a UFO here. I don't see no UFO. Where is it? Thank God they put that circle and the arrow there. I never would have known. Ah, yes, I saw a flying disc just like that during my patrol in Shalawani. Okay, we know where he is. It's was slowly drifting toward the ground and seemed to come down somewhere in Yasalani. Okay, if you're determined to find it, then that's where you should try next. What were they calling the place that's covered by the dome now? Heritage Found? Oh, goddamn. Have the people of Solution 9 not been through enough? Really? All the people of Heritage Found, and that's also true. Let's go see Nasha. See if Creepy Man is still stalking her over there. We wish to go this way. What was this one? I don't remember what this one was. Oh, I think that might be, Enterprise. That might be the tribal quests for the Pelo Pelo. I still have to finish fucking... I haven't done a lot of the Beast Tribe quests. I did, like, back, like, in ARR, on, like, Heavensward. I haven't, like, really done much. Shadowbringers had the Pixies, which were actually a really good one. They had some really good rewards, and the quest lines are really fun. I gotta do that one more. Finish up Pixies, and then I can move on to something else. My forays into the stalls bore no fruit at all. None starship-shaped, anyway. How was your harvest, then? We're going to Shalawani, bitch. Those are some solid leads. Nice work, Kilrath. So, by the sounds of things, the ship was malfunctioning and eventually came down somewhere the north of here. With any luck, Hostage Found, you mentioned, will be the place we find the Inspector. Greg better show up in this fucking storyline. I think you mean Heritage Found? Why are we... We are... like, 6 expansions, 6 Hildibrand storylines deep here. Was there one in 1.0? I think he appeared in 1.0. So technically speaking, okay, no, we're 7. Actually, no, we are 6 because they skipped Shadowbringers. So we are 6 stories in. What makes you think correcting her is going to do anything? She's not going to learn. Don't be that simple, and certainly not with that incident. Knowing how matters with involving the inspectors tend to go, yeah. Like, we're not even attempting to try to talk sense into these people anymore. We know. Well, with you as my escort, I'm sure I'll arrive at the right spot eventually, and none the worse for wear. Shall we head off? Let's do it. I think one of my favorite is when you get to the alternate world, the first, and have to get him back. Why were you talking to a Landsguard? Oh, you being a... Oh, was he questioning you for creeping on a woman? And you just had to sneak away? No wonder they get so easily invaded by a bunch of space people. I mean, their guards fall for the, what's that over there? Whoop! But I think one of my favorite fucking things, like, it's so clear that the Warrior of Light is just so done every time he ends up running into Hilda. By this point, like, at first you're like, oh, I'll help this guy. Things are getting kind of weird. Oh, his dad's really fucking weird. Good guy, but weird. Oh, his mom is terrifying. Oh. None of this makes any fucking sense. I guess we're just running with it. Heaven's Word, you know, you're getting a little sarcastic with them. Oh, the Warrior Light over time has gotten a lot more sarcastic with people. Like, a lot of the dialogue options now are just like, Warrior of Light being like, oh, let me guess, I need to fix everything again? Like, he's getting very passive-aggressive. But, when you find him in the first, and it's like, well, now we gotta get him back to our world. You could technically put his soul in a gem, and you have to carry the gem with you back. But there's never a guarantee you're going to be able to reunite the soul with... The soul may not survive the transfer. And, like, you know, they warn you, like, because we did this before to get other characters in the story of Shadowbringers and Endwalker back to, the normal world. But the same risk applied. They were like, just so you know, like I told you last time, he might not survive the path, the journey. And one of the options you can have as the Warrior of Light is, I'm willing to take that risk. If it happens, you know what? It's probably better for everybody if he just, like, disappears. Now, the air is all crackly and zappy. This is where the Starship supposedly came down. So let's start our search for the Inspector. Standard interrogative procedure dictates that we question the residents for possible gentleman sightings. Off we go! Oh god, and is the gentleman zombie gonna show up again? Maybe he's moved past his furry phase. Maybe he's moved on to a new fandom. Oh, actually, hold on. Well, let's see what we get from our first mount roulette. Ah, horse. That's boring. Another horse. Really? Another horse? Oh, we didn't pull the hat trick. Oh, I got the claw. The craw. But anyway, let me show off the... Pretty sure I've used this at least once when I was streaming the story of Dawntrail. But yeah, Poo-Poo's ship. And you're just being abducted. Where... I'm just gonna question some people, I guess. Oh, sorry, I can fly. I'm outside, I can fly now. They fly now? They fly now. There we are. Hold on, where's Stalky? There's Stalky. What are you doing? Okay, he's touching a battery, and I can't tell if he's in pain or if he's getting off to this. Like, is this like an electric version of like autoerotic asphyxiation? Like he's just staring at an ashtray and just getting like jorking it while he's like electrocuting himself? You all do know that, right? That David Carradine died of autoerotic asphyxiation? I don't know if any of you knew that. It's a big tragedy, really. I mean, some people may have had some hang-ups with him, but I'm sure his family was all choked up about it, but, you know. If you ever wonder where David Carradine's hanging around, that's what happened to him. Anyway, this is a small settlement, and all the residents are known to me. If a man with such a distinctive appearance and demeanor... Okay, I missed that. Okay, I can read that. Okay. Appearance and demeanor among us, I surely would have noticed. Perhaps he's wandering around somewhere inside of Solution 9? They have so many more people he could go and notice in the crowds. He'd still kind of stand out there. We were here as Queen Sphne's guests, I recall. You were here as Queen Sphne's guests, I recall. If your companion wishes to enter the city as well, I would suggest make arrangements with the sentry at the tower entrance. Ooh, Solution 9. That sounds promising. Solution. Thank you for the tip. I'm going to be dropping in and out of that Cockney accent. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm going to forget so often that... Unless she reminds me by doing the core. Core blimey. That's right. I'm going to do my roulette if I'm doing story. Hey, we got an Ahriman. Oh, oops. Wasn't a thought. Alright. Yeah, she's with me. No, I cannot guarantee there will be no trouble. Something's going to explode, I guarantee it. Visitor detected. Verifying access. Rights. Unlimited. Ever keep access confirmed. Scanning. Unregistered visitor. Warning, warning, explosive device detected, entry denied. Of course it's next, but she carries bombs with her everywhere. It's the only way we can get, like, if he's lost his memory again, it's probably the only way we're gonna get his fucking head back. I'm not carrying explosives, this is medicine for treating Inspector Hildibrand's... I ain't carrying no explosive, I'm so sorry. This is medicine for treating Inspector Hildibrand's condition. Explosive, medicinal compounds. I swear to God, if they buy this. Error does not compute. Okay, so they didn't just... If they were just gonna be like, yeah, sounds legit. Oh, like, oh God, the Hildibrand fucking madness is already seeping into the machines. It's really quite simple. Inspector Hildibrand was sucked up by Mr. Poo-Poo's malfunctioning starship, after which it proceeded to drag him 1,000 miles away to deposit him here. Ergo, you need to let me pass so I can blow away his brain cobwebs. We might actually fry their brains. They may be so confused that we may fry them and just be able to walk in. This may actually work. Error, logical circuit. Wow, we did. I can't fucking believe that's how... I can't fucking believe that's how it worked. Error, logic circuits overloading, emergency, shutdown, initiated. You gotta be we just broke the fucking hyper-advanced machine guards with the sheer amount of non-logic that this storyline has. Huh. Well, it's been nap time. Guess we can just go in. I mean, at least so far, the only people who've, like, ruined the minds of are robots. Yeah, okay. And that gives him a way to get in, of course. Yeah. Oh God, there's so many more people he can skeeve on in Solution 9, too. I don't think he would. He's pretty much single-mindedly, because, I mean... There's plenty of options in this world, and he's only going for her. Okay, where did he go? Come on, Poo-Poo. Oh, that's a good-sized city. Well, there's one thing for one sure way of locating an inspector in a place like this. If there's an ongoing case, that's where he'll be. Let's head to a lively part of town and look into any nefarious incidents, shall we? Do you know which is the lively part? Arcadian, probably. True-Vu? That's the eastern sector? Right there, let's go. True-View, rather. And get used to them, like, saying words wrong a lot. Like, Gilgamesh. Who I'm hoping appears again. He's gotta appear. That Hildibrand always just calls Greg. And there was the Jimbo, who was Jim. Actually, I can use this to say that, right? There we go. But yeah, they're going to missay a lot of things. Such that I actually, like, when I think of Gilgamesh, like, I've played through so many, like, fucking Hildibrand storylines by this point. I just, like, when I think Gilgamesh in my head, my first thought is Greg. It's ruined me for, like, other Final Fantasy games where Gilgamesh appears now, because I just think, oh, it's Greg. What, like a crime? Now you mentioned it, I did hear about a theft recently. Our city is peaceful, by and large, but anywhere you have a lot of people in, some things are bound to occur. That's alright, okay, that's fair. And then, you know, our fucking high-end graphics card, Coliseum. Okay, so I've heard talk of an odd squealing creature of some sort, but I don't know if that's the kind of thing you're looking for. Recent troubles? I saw a pair of soldiers mobilizing not moments earlier, responding to a disturbance, it seems. That would be him. I don't think it was far from here, but I'm a bit hazy on the details. You said it like just happened. How are you hazy if something happened like 4 seconds ago? There you go. You're gonna... Okay, you're making inquiries. It's good. It's good. We're gonna get to the truth. Ooh. Food. We got stew there. Where are the tacos, though? That's the real question. Like a Salisbury steak? Oh, I also heard about that theft. Something was stolen from a nearby tavern, apparently. I got directions to the scene of the crime. Let's head over together. Ugh. Something did not go down right, too. Excuse me. Okay. The thief absconded with an aged bottle of spirits, the most expensive one in my establishment. I demand you find this criminal at once. Okay. No need to get all hot and bothered. The culprit is right under your nose. Oh, gravelly voice. No need to get all hot and bothered. The culprit's right under your nose. Toucan Sam? Aww. That's him. Well, at least this time he still thinks he's a detective. Instead of, like, thinking that he's a sin eater in the first. Or thinking he's a zombie in Realm Reborn. Now, he thinks he's a noir detective. You know what? That's fine. We're trending in the right direction. Admit it, punk. You pinched the hooch. But me? But why would you think... With the supply of souls cut off, folks with a habit have turned to the black market rackets. The luxury goods of dubious provenance is one way of paying the asking price. Top shelf bottle of juice would make for a fine trade, I'd say. By the by, you know, there's a method for identifying contraband souls. Your regulator logs would tell the tale. Wait, he's a competent detective now? Oh, we don't want to... What? No, don't bring him back to where he was. Keep him here. He's actually solving crimes, like, competently. Don't want to let us check him? Be my guest. I took a gander at the cabinet where the bottle was stored, and the lock showed obvious signs of tampering. Electro-picking tools are awful hard to handle, aren't they? Most amateurs get singed, but you've got scorch marks all over your mitts. Wow. Like, you know, occasionally you just get hit in the head enough times that you actually end up succeeding and thinking, you know, actually becoming competent. Give it up, kid. Got you dead to rights. After they suspended soul provisions, I just couldn't stop worrying about the future. It was a moment of weakness. Watch this not be Hildibrand. Watch him, like, show up and be like, who's that guy? Well, that guy looks something like me. What are you talking about? Save it for the authorities. Take him away, boys. Make him away, toys. What, Chief? Just do what the kid said. Alright, Simpsons reference for the day. Check. That was to speak to Hildibrand, wasn't it? I mean, it looks like him. He didn't look very gentlemanly. He didn't sound very gentlemanly. I'd say he looks fine. He's got good attire. Like the noir look. He must have been in shock from the starship's crash landing. A healthy dose of Nashu's delights will put him to rights. We're gonna fucking get labeled as domestic terrorists. We're gonna fucking set off a bomb in the middle of a city. Maybe not such a populated area. Yes. Also, we should probably make sure it's him before we murder someone. I suppose it would be a responsible course of action. Come on, we should hurry along before we lose sight of this ungentlemanly Hildibrand. Good lord. Again, I'm so sorry to Raleigh, and I'm especially sorry to you poor traumatized people from another fucking dimension who ended up here. You have to fucking deal with this nonsense. I say as I'm the one bringing the little tiny alien who squeaks. Oh wait, where is he? Am I gonna need a aetherite? I will not. Can I get through this little back alley here? I can. There he is. Up there somewhere? Look that way. Was it more a mosey?
This seat is taking everything from me.
I'm sorry, why do you have an egg? Okay. That's a hard-boiled egg. Just carry that with you. I mean, snack. Hard-boiled egg in the shell, just ready to pop. Not a bad idea. I was hoping you'd have like an intense, like, noir monologue. He looks like the inspector, but he's a touch old and mopey. Did he fucking show up? Oh, fuck. He showed up before the dimensional bridge happened. He's been here for 30 fucking years. When the fucking time dilation... Okay. 30 years passed inside the dome, then a Defector Hildibrand was here when it happened. That would put him in his 50s. Maybe he didn't lose his memory. Maybe he actually, like, over the 30 years, he actually just learned how to be a proper detective. Huh. No, because here's the thing. No, they're gonna backtrack it. Or we're gonna find a way to, like, reset time or something. Because in Endwalker, it was like, oh, they're aliens. They're descended from aliens, and these aliens had crazy powers. That's why they're so strong. Then at the end, it's like, oh, it turns out we're adopted. We're not actually aliens. No explanation. We're just that strong. Must have been living here so long he'd forgotten everything about his previous life. Luckily, I have just the thing to jog his memory. It could just be that he's actually just become competent over 30 years of actual, like, you know, isolated attempts. Oh? Think I wouldn't notice such an obvious tale. I was actually wondering what I was going to do for my Hildibrand voice. And this is perfect, because I can just do a noir voice, which is way easier than trying to think of, like... Because should it be overly goofy, or would that be too goofy? Is it better to be... try to play him straight and let the insanity be the humor? I was thinking about that. I don't know what your game is, but bombs ain't toys. Let's put them away before you hurt someone or yourself. Like me, I see neither of you are sporting regulars. I suggest a more careful with the only lives you've got. Oh, so you're not sporting regulators. I'm not dyslexic, I swear. Although in the 30 years, he never got a regulator. Interesting. Sir, don't you remember us? You're Hildibrand, agent of inquiry. Gentleman inspector extraordinaire. I've been called a lot of things, but nothing so insulting as a gentleman. Okay, what is he calling himself now? He's got a fucking gun. Okay, he doesn't have a gun. Okay, I was gonna say. Hildibrand with a gun. Would be amazing. I'm a withered old fool with too many debts and regrets. Is this gonna be the... Okay, we're doing a James Bond parody for the fucking Hildibrand intro each time now? Detective Hard-Boiled. Hard-Boiled. That's like a name Mario would choose up. Hard-Boiled. She's just like, yay! Oh, even like a jazzy version of the already jazzy Hildibrand theme. Like somehow an even jazzier version of... Very impressive. But even with that name and those odd clothes, you might as well be the inspector's older, more wrinkled twin. Hate to break it to you, but you're barking up the wrong tree. Looking for another egg? How many eggs do you carry with you? You're gonna make a bomb that looks like an egg. You're gonna make a bomb that looks like an egg. That's what you're gonna do. Yep. You seem awfully fond of those hard-boiled eggs. Here, this one's on me. Thanks, dollface, you're a peach. And Hildibrand's gonna walk on screen and he's gonna be like, hey guys, what's up? We're gonna be like, uh-oh. We may have just killed someone. Oh god, and he's gonna smash it right at his fucking head. Okay, I'm not sure this is him, because he didn't have his usual woo excited face when he's about to blow up. Is that gonna be the whole storyline? Find some way to hit him on the head hard enough that we get him back? I mean, 30 years of delusion is, like, usually we find him after, like... Well, then again, between 1.0 and ARR, it was 5 years. But he just thought he was a zombie. But 30 years of, like, and he was, like, buried the whole time. But, like, 30 years of active delusion would be a little harder to break. Ooh, that's one way to cure a hangover. You got me good. Maybe we really do have the wrong person. That indestructibility is awfully Mandeville-like, though. I've seen a few cases of this twin-person phenomenon in the Dome. Oh, fuck, that's right. We're technically in the 9th right now. We're not in the source. This could be the 9th version of Hildibrand. It's his... Oh, god damn it. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, this could just be that reflection of Hildibrand, who's actually competent in that universe, of course. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I can see you're not who I thought you were. That we need to keep searching. Oh, is he going to be assisting us? A missing person, is it? If that's the rub, you can leave the sleuthing to me. Okay, so this is going to be... Well, technically we already did this in Endwalker, because Brandyhild, the polygonal version of Hildibrand that Poo-Poo made, was an actual competent detective. And so the whole storyline was a lot of, like, him, like obsessing and being obsessed, like, looking up to Hildibrand and calling him the best detective ever, yet he was the one actually solving everything while Hildibrand was bumbling around. So we have technically done that before. This would be different because this is a detective who is both competent and would recognize that Hildibrand's an idiot. Although we also did that in ARR. Oh, that was about... ARR got weird. And that was also... Of all the storylines, ARR is probably the weakest, just because it was the first, but also it was so long. It was a long storyline of Hildibrand. After that, they are usually a lot quicker and a lot... Like, boom, boom, boom. With the humor. It was still hilarious. The fucking the ARR storyline for Hildibrand was freaking hilarious. But, they've become a lot more concise and, like, snappy later on. I mean, when you see what his mother is capable of, you're gonna go help my son, right? And like, you're the warrior of light. You just like saved the world recently, and you look more terrified than I think he's ever looked in his life, or she, if you're female. Just doing one of those like quick nods of like, yes, yes, ma'am. I think there's something so hilarious about that. So we have competent Hildibrand, who's going to be helping us find idiot Hildibrand. Oh, I could really use your help. By the sounds of things, this fellow looks a lot like me. What did you say his name was? Hildibrand? Okay, you are definitely related to him. I'll find him. Don't you worry. I could feel a hunch coming on already. Oh god, what is he gonna do? Okay, he's not doing any of the over-the-top Hildibrand. Fucking mind math, like fucking mind explosion inspirations. Are we sure that isn't the inspector? No, I'm not. Because he also gets names wrong. But again, if his reflection is anything like the original, he's probably also going to get names wrong. Hard-to-boiled. Oh, God. I'd like to rush off and do some investigative work on my own, but this city has my head spinning. I think I'll wait and see if this Detective Hardboiled is as good as he seems. Meanwhile, you should go back to wherever it is that famous adventurers do when you're not embroiled in one of those fantastical cases. Alright, so that's it. Well, they did say part 1 is just going to be a little introduction to give you an idea of what we're doing here. Oh, and we gotta have our what's coming. Oh, our little stinger. The dame had me looking for a needle in a neon-lit haystack, a city with an allergy to sleep. Twin of mine had well and truly lost himself. A trail was colder than the ice at the bottom of my glass. It's Brandyhilt! But I could smell it in the air, like the cloying stench of cheap perfume, a conspiracy. And of course, non-textured default male human model. Stay tuned for further episodes of Detective Hard-Boiled. And Godbert is, of course, he's in there with short shorts, and he's the bartender, of course. Do we have a fucking alternate version of her, too? A competent version of Nashu? Oh, never mind. She's still just trying to jog his memory, apparently. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And there's Godbert doing his little dance. The Manderville Mambo. And he's naked. Of course. Yeah, it has to be. Why? I mean, the fact that he was wearing clothes at all was kind of shocking. I think my favorite Godbert always, like, being in only his underwear gag was the Heavensward one, where you get there to, like, you know, this snowy area, and it's very cold. And Godbert's basically helping you try to track him down. And he's actually fully dressed. He's dressed in, like, winter attire. And at first, like, oh my god, you're dressed. Well, it's winter. It's fucking Arctic wasteland. Of course you're gonna be dressed. So you do some stuff in the mission, and it's like, okay, we'll meet over here and see what we find. So you meet in the next area. Oh, your shoes and gloves are off. Why? Okay, whatever. Do some more, you know, stuff for the quest, and then meet him in another area. Okay, now your shirt's off. Okay, you're just slowly stripping as we're doing this quest line. Great. So the inspector's finally set put upon the Dawntrail. Get ready for inconceivably further Hildibrand adventures. And there's the Goblin, and he's got a fedora, because of course he does. And his sunglasses. Okay, the Goblin with the sunglasses and the fedora, that better be a fucking minion you can get. Let me just say that. I love that. Who knows what his case will be this time? When it happens, whatever happens, you'll be there on the scene. Yeah, so not much for the first one. We get a little taste. Just a taste. Alright. We are all caught up. The only other thing I really have to do is just get 2 more classes to level 100. And then we can do all the role quests. Everything else I have streamed. I'm still considering off-stream just continuing to record all the storyline on a fresh character. Because I got partway through ARR when I was trying that. Because my thought was try to get all of ARR, like not ARR, all of 14 done before Dawntrail, so I could have a place on the channel where I have the entire story of 14 that you can just watch. You can watch the whole game with, you know, minimal filler, because I'll do all the grinding off screen. We'll just jump in for story parts and, you know, dungeons and stuff. I considered doing that, and then eventually it was just like, if I'm trying to also stream other stuff, like, that would just be everything I do for, like, a year. But, I might still do that off stream at some point, and just start uploading them, like, do it until I get through an expansion, then upload the whole expansion in parts, and then do all of Heavensward, then, you know, we'll see. And, of course, do all the Hildebrands, but, yeah, so, okay. A good start. A very good start. Very interesting way to take it. Like the Noir. But you figure, hey, we got some crazy, like, neon city. Yeah, make it like a I guess less like new. Well, it is noir because it's more like a Blade Runner kind of thing, like sci-fi noir with a lot of neon. Speaking of which, where's my? There it is, my Blade Runner umbrella. Anyway, so yeah, that's that for Hildibrand for right now. We'll be back with more as soon as 7.3 comes out, I guess. So I don't think it's every update. I want to say it's still every other two. Unless I'm wrong. Is it actually every? Well, whenever the next one is, we'll do it again. And then when 7.2 comes out, we will be doing next set of Arcadian, of course. And any, obviously, story will be continuing. But that'll be that for now. And that'll be it for me streaming today. Thank you all so much for being here. Hope you had a good time watching me play Marvel Rivals and this. We'll be back tomorrow with more Baldur's Gate 3. And then Thursday, we probably will do Path of Exiles. And then Friday, we'll have another Freedom Friday. So, stay tuned. Later, everybody.